Hey everybody, Dean Graziosi. Welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. It's an honor and a privilege to have you back here. Man, last week was so incredible. We had the yearly Edge event. I know I'm always talking about if you weren't here, it's okay because I'm gonna give you an opportunity in a minute. But the Edge, what it does, it just awakens your senses. There was 250 people in the room, the max, we say 270, but really the room holds 250 because if we book 270, about 250 show up. Some people, other things come up, right? But think of 250 people in the room. 16 of them raised their hand who have done over 100 deals. 16 people raised their hand over 100 deals. 48 people in the room have done over 20 deals. And the majority of the room did over 5 deals. I think there was only 18 or 20 people in the entire room who hadn't done a deal yet. Do you understand that energy? And then the best part is we get student after student after student on stage every hour that used to be sitting in the audience or used to be home like you or found me on iTunes or read one of my books thinking, can this really be real? And to go from that to in the audience raising their hand doing deals to them getting up on stage sharing their best kept secrets. I mean, we had just the most mind-blowing, when I said last week I did a weekly wisdom and I shared that there was secrets I didn't even know. It's true. The way, like my education and my student success is snowballing faster than I've ever could have imagined in my life. And the strategies from the rich getting richer to the brokest of broke with no money, wholesaling and crushing it, even in evolving markets, it was better than I ever experienced in my life. Matt talking about how to find money right in your backyard, unlimited amounts of money, and Andrea and Gina, and it was incredible. So I'm sorry if I talk about it and you're like, well, I wasn't there, Dean. But here's what I'd love to do. I want to give everybody the opportunity to get this wisdom. You need this information in your hands. So here's what I'd like to do on this weekly wisdom. I asked Mike, he's sitting here, I said, pull a quick clip of some really powerful wisdom that we can watch in the weekly wisdom. And Mike, I don't care who you pull from, they're all amazing. Let's watch that right now. And when you come back, what I want you to do is click the link below to get this information in your hands. But first, watch this clip. I'll be right back.
Then the very next thing I do is I ask them a very simple question. It's a very long question, so I hope you guys can write this down. It's a very long question. And the question is, what are you picking up these days? See how simple that question is? What are you picking up these days? That's all you're asking your buyers. That key question will allow you to find out exactly what they're buying is what they want more of. And once I have that information, guys, I put it in a spreadsheet, and I'm going to draw the spreadsheet for you. Okay? Now, then you call the seller and you say, hey, listen, I'm so excited. I know we just spoke earlier this morning. I just want to let you know everything is on track. And what you do is you become annoying. You become annoying. You start chasing people and talking to them about the same thing. And that's partly because either you're really, really motivated to get the deal done. It may be your first one out, or it may be, look, this is the first time you're trying the 7-step approach that I'm giving you guys. And all my recommendation is very simple, is instead of being annoying, at step number 4, right here, step number 4, what I want you guys to do is stop doing everything and go on to do another 7-step process with another set of buyers. Does that make sense? My goal for you guys is to have all of these 7-step processes going with clusters of buyers at the same time so that you're not desperate or really, really motivated with one set of deals. Does that make sense? And I can guarantee you that if you just follow this 7-step process, just like a sheep, your chances of closing deals, more deals, in more states, because by the way, you can do this remotely, it's all via email, are going to enhance dramatically. Okay? Now, that's number 1. Let me go to concept number 2. I only have about 15 minutes here. Kids, I got to go to the grocery store, I got to do whatever I got to do. But you have a to-do list. I also want you to have a not-to-do list. And then I want you to star that because that not-to-do list, guys, is actually more important than the to-do list. I'll tell you a very, very quick story about that. About 2 years ago, I was sitting in the 405 freeway. Anyone been in the 405 freeway? I don't know why they call it a freeway. It's a complete parking lot, right? And this guy calls me and he says, Ali, I want to buy something from you. I want to buy commercial property. I do a lot of commercial property. Oh, okay, commercial. What do you want to buy? And he goes, well, listen, I just want to sit down with you and talk about it. Okay, great. Give me a heads up. What are you looking for? He goes, well, I just kind of want to sit down over lunch with you and pick your brain. I said, but what do you want to buy? And he goes, well, no, I don't really want to buy anything. Listen, I haven't really done as well as I'd like in real estate, and I want to sit down with you and pick your brain. So I said, tell you what, I'd like you to send me an email. Tell me 4 parts in the email. The first part is, what have you done thus far? Second part is, what are the pros and cons of what you've done thus far? The third part is, what do you think I would tell you differently in terms of your pros and cons or your approach? And then the fourth part is, what behavior change are you going to do? I was sitting in the traffic, 405 freeway, right? And he goes, that is brilliant. What I did there is I saved myself at least 3 hours, driving to lunch, driving back, fighting LA traffic, sitting down with him. And no disrespect to him, but he was a tire kicker. He wasn't a cash buyer. Guys, he was on my not to-do list. You see that? You're going to meet lots of people here who are going to give you what I call $1 million moves and nickel finishes. Okay? And I'm going to encourage you guys to have a not to-do list. And if they don't make that list, they're just not on your list. You're not going to engage with them. It's very, very important. So double star that. Okay.
The capabilities, the wisdom, the confidence, the direction that was delivered at this year's Edge was unlike anything I've ever been a part of. And that's why I want to make sure that you have the chance to get this in your hands. So if you missed last week's live cast, I did a live cast because I wanted to share some of these secrets. So you can click the link below and watch the live cast. If you've already watched the live cast and you didn't take advantage of getting the entire Edge, everything people in that room paid around $1,495 for on average $1,495 just a few weeks ago. If you want that wisdom in your hand, you click below and click on the link to get this in your hands for 39 bucks. Literally, you could be watching what people paid $1,495 for, and believe me, that's only a fraction of the value. I only do that because I love this feeling of like it's a family reunion. I don't do the Edge to make a ton of money. I do the Edge for this amazing family reunion and the energy it gives me. But it can give you and deliver you that same energy from home. And I made it so you can get this information and watch it in minutes from right now for $39.95. Now, I never pitch hard and push hard in my weekly wisdoms, but this will be a catastrophe if you miss this because I'm not leaving this open. Literally, today's Monday when I'm filming this or you're seeing this maybe for the first time. By Wednesday, I'm shutting this off and then it's going to its regular price and you have to pay what everybody else does. This is because I know the value, I know it was delivered, it's life-changing, and the market's screaming up and you need this information. So, if you watched the live cast, still click below and click the Get It Now button and order this before I shut it down. If you didn't watch the live cast, I deliver a whole bunch of what the teachers shared. I take their video and show you clips. Watch the live cast replay, and then click below and get this in your house for $39.95 immediately. You will thank me, I promise. Okay, that's my weekly wisdom. I hope you're doing amazing. I can't wait for you to share on what the Edge home study course has done for you, and I'll talk to you next week. Oh, if you're watching from iTunes, simply go to deansedgenow.com. That's deansedgenow.com. The live cast replay will be there. If you already saw it, then just click below and get this in your hands before it's closed down. I promise you, at the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, if you click on the button and you go there, it'll most likely be shut down and you won't be able to get it at this reduced price. You'll have to pay full price, which is absolutely worth it anyway. So go now. I'm Dean Graziosi. Talk to you soon.